Now that we have those fundamentals of moving things around, cutting, and modifying, let's get into the Pathfinder tool. Now the key to Illustrator, for those of you who just adore the pen tool, is that you create your pictures with shapes as much as you do the pen tool. Let's illustrate here. We're going to go through each one of the tools on the Pathfinder and explore them individually, what they're for, and how you can benefit from them. Okay, I'm going to zoom right into the first square, and this is where we're going to explore the Unite filter. If you don't see the Pathfinder palette anywhere, you can go up to Windows and Pathfinder, and you get your Pathfinder. Now the first button on the Pathfinder is the Unite. What it does is it unites different shapes. For example, we're going to make the snowman. Let me illustrate what Unite does. I'm going to create the snowman. I'm going to turn off the fill, and with the stroke, I'm going to create 3 ellipses for the snowman. Now, as you can see, these are 3 separate shapes. If I hit my Command Y, we can see that 1, 2, 3 different shapes. Command Y brings it back. If I draw a selection rectangle around the 3 and hit the Unite, it unites those 3 shapes, and if I hit my Command Y, you can see that it is now 1 shape rather than 3 separate. That's what the Unite does. Okay, so now I have my snowman. Then I can hit my rectangle tool, and I'm going to create the hat. Here's one shape, it's filled with black. Here's my other shape, it will be the hat, the top part of the hat. If we hit Command Y, we see there's 2 separate shapes here, the top part and the bottom part, they overlap. If I draw a selection rectangle around that hat, hit Unite, it becomes 1 shape. I'm going to hit my Command Y, and you can see it is now 1 shape. Command Y, we get back out of the wireframe, and then I can put this hat on the snowman, make it fit. I can even put it at an angle because the snowman is really cool. And so now I have a snowman that is made out of 2 shapes instead of a whole series. And then of course we can draw the face, but nothing to do with the exercise at all. My pen tool, I can go to my swatches, get the orange. Whoop! Oh, you know what happened there? It was selected when I picked the color. So I want to not select it. And then with my pen tool, here's the baby up. Make sure it's not selected when I do my cold smile. So as you can see, the Unite filter will unite all those together, and you can draw this entire snowman, yes, the entire snowman, without, well, basically with all shapes. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this guy for now. Let's use the same principles to make a witch like this, or something like this. First of all, I'll draw her head, fill it with some kind of creepy green. Then, let's start with the nose. With the pen tool, or yeah, with the pen tool, probably more organic this way. I'm going to draw the nose. Yeah, that's one creepy nose. And if I go to Command Y, you can see that it's made up of 2 separate shapes. Now what I can do is I can draw that selection rectangle around it, hit the Unite, and all of a sudden it's 1 shape. So that's good. That's a good thing. Okay, now let's do some eyes. Let's create these eyes. Let's fill them with white, and we'll go back and use a tool that you already know, the scissors. I'll just make them goofy looking. I'm going to zoom right in, remember space command, and I'm going to strike this point and this point with the scissors. That creates two different shapes, and this is going to give it that droopy eye look. Scissors. Boink. Boink. Select this one and delete it. So I can do the pupil part. I'm going to make these reddish. Like this. I'm going to zoom in, make sure I can see my points very good with the scissors. Get rid of this. Move this down. Oops. Right. Oh man. There we go. Good enough. And then I'm going to just duplicate this by dragging it. And right before I let go of my mouse, I'm going to hold my Option, and there's the other eye. So basically we got this droopy look. Okay, let's do the teeth. Okay, we're going to do the teeth different than what you see on the screen. Let's go to get our rounded rectangle. Let's make them sort of a gruesome yellow. Here's a tooth. Okay, let's make the teeth. I'm going to drag it sideways, maybe up. And holding my Option before I let go of the mouse, I can duplicate it around. I'm going to move them around so it looks like the teeth are not exactly the most beautiful thing. Okay, so basically I have all these separate shapes here. I can go down here, hit Unite. They become one shape. And now, with the scissors, oh, let's use a knife instead. With the knife, we'll make it so that the teeth are kind of covered with a lip. Right here. Or wherever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here we have our creepy witch so far. Let's create the hat with an oval or the ellipse tool. Let's create the brim. Maybe turn it black. With the pen tool, I'm just going to turn on the stroke. And, oops. Oh, you know what happened? It was still selected. So I want to deselect it. Good. And with the pen tool, I will create the creepy hat. Kind of looks like almost a Smokey the Bear hat. Okay, so as you can see, Command Y, it's two separate shapes. Hit the Unite, it becomes one shape. And then I can move it around. So there is the witch's hat. Now for the hair, I think I'll just use that arc tool. Just draw the hair in here. Ooh, I should probably put a stroke on it. Maybe black. Good. And just draw a bunch of creepy stringy hair. Maybe do some eyebrows. Oh yeah. Now look, it's going the wrong way. If it's curving, in order to make the curve go the other way, just hit your F, I believe. Let me see. Yes, while you're dragging it, poke your F key, and it will change the curve from being that way. Okay, F. I'm going to drag, hit my F, and the eyebrows go the other way. Start dragging, watch what happens. You can see it. I'm going to hit the F. It goes the other way, but that's not the way I want it. So there. Make some crazy. Okay, so now let's do the hair on the other side using a tool that we learned before. Okay, with the arc tool. See, it's going the right. Okay, so it's going the right way. but it's going in front of the face. And that's not so good. Wouldn't it be great if it went behind her head as if the hair here was on the back? So what I can do is select all that hair, deselect the face. Well, let's see. Probably the best way would be to do this. Hold shift and click the head, so all of a sudden I just have the hair, and then do my command shift back bracket. Remember, the brackets can move things back and forth, and so I moved it to the back, and there is that beautiful witch using the unite. So the unite basically takes two shapes of any, let's see, to do a star, and when you select them both with the selection rectangle and hit your unite, they become one shape. That's the unite tool.